Man went for the full luck build. Yeah, except it malfunctioned. It was always in, like, the worst situations that his luck would kick in. Luckiest unlucky man to ever live.
A fault with the line caused his train to jump the track and plunge into the freezing river below.
While
other passengers were killed in the crash or drowned in the sinking wreckage, suffering a broken arm,
We've
Frayne
seen this
managed to
story.
escape and swim
I
to
couldn't
shore.
tell you. It doesn't ring any bells.
Little did Frayne know at the time, but this incident marked the beginning of a series of bizarre events that would occur over the next 40 years of his life. The following year, while traveling aboard a small plane bound for Rijeka, disaster struck for a second time. Mid-flight, both engines stopped.
He needs to just stop
cabin
taking
pressure
public
dropped,
transportation.
and the plane began losing altitude. You might have thought that this was probably the worst thing that could have happened, but you'd be wrong. While the plane plummeted towards the ground, a malfunctioning door blew off, and poor Frayne was sucked out of the aircraft.
What?
Tumbling through the air without a parachute,
Wait,
must have thought he was a goner.
Wait, that's amazing.
But while the plane crashed into the side of a hill, killing all 19 on board, Frayne somehow managed to land in a haystack and survived with only minor...
This is absolutely not true. No way. Oh, Frayne. That was Frank. He's still alive, too! The next year, during his first and only plane ride, he was blown out of a malfunctioning plane door and landed in a haystack. Well, what plane crash was this? Every plane crash is very well reported on. Which one was this? This could all very well be a lie. What plane crash was this? Every single plane crash, like ever, on a commercial airliner is reported. For obvious reasons. It was 1966. It doesn't change anything. Wow, there was a lot of plane crashes in 1963. Holy... Okay, I'll just assume that one might be true. That's a lot of plane crashes.
2 years went by before Frayne's next brush with death. This time, while traveling by bus, ice on the road...
Stop traveling, Frayne!
And the vehicle skidded through the safety guard and into the valley below. 4 passengers were killed, but not Frayne. Tired, or perhaps terrified, of public transport, Frayne began to travel mostly by car.
Good call.
But that didn't seem to help either.
Should have done
In
skateboard,
1970,
maybe.
his car engine burst into flames, but Frayne was able to jump free before it exploded. Then, 3 years later, in 1973, the fuel pump in his new car ruptured, causing another engine fire. But this time, the flames were blown straight at him through the air vents. Needless to say, he survived this too, albeit with less hair than he began with. In 1995, he survived being hit by a bus. And in 1996,
this guy's awesome.
a fearless truck driver forced him off the side of a mountain road. His car plunged 300 feet and exploded in a ball of flames. But Frayne wasn't in it. Having somehow jumped out of the window, he was found clinging to a tree some way down the cliff face.
Frayne is like a perfect stunt man. He's mastered the art of diving out of exploding vehicles.
Frayne bought a lottery ticket, his first one in over 40 years. He won the jackpot, safely securing his place as the luckiest unlucky person to ever live.
That's good. The universe gave him a little something. He won $1.1 million. Wow. Cool story, I guess. Good for you, Frayne. That's pretty incredible. Man went for the full luck build. Yeah, except it malfunctioned. It was always in, like, the worst situations that his luck would kick in. If he went for the full luck build, he would have never been in any of these situations. Thanks for reset vibe. The prime Uber driver. It was a late game build. True. That was interesting. It's all a lie. He paid a journalist to write a fake story. That's what I was kind of thinking. It sounds pretty fake, but who knows? It's hard to prove one way or the other. That plane crash is apparently in the database. One of them had 19 out of 20. And I think the bus and train would also be reported as well. But he also just couldn't... He also may have just not been on there. Man wins lottery on... Didn't we see this? What was it? it was after reenacting, right? Yeah, we saw this, right?
He slipped into a
I mightn't survive this.
Thanks,
I'm
Lisa
only
Bolfonzo.
37, and at 37, I've got so much to look forward to.
He didn't know it, but that included an engagement, a new job, the new car, and even more good luck when we asked Bill to reenact buying his scratchy ticket.
I just won 250,000. I'm not joking.
You're not, are you? Really?
I just won 250,000. Oh, please don't kill me.
You have to. Congratulations, Bill. Fantastic. Look.
That's so sweet.
It's just...
I think I'll have another heart attack.
Bill had told the agency owners he'd keep buying scratchies until he won the cash.
Can you believe this man's luck? No. I'm in shock. I'm still shaking.
For a man who last year lived in a caravan, the sudden windfall inspired dreams he wanted to share with his fiancée.
I won 250,000, honey. I
No.
have.
Yeah, I've seen this before, but it's been a
I've
while.
got that new house.
But Lisa
That's cute. Why does Jeff Koons balloon dog cost 58 million? So it's just a piece of modern art. These are pretty good explanations. We can find Magic Man. The resub Hazel. It's like an old television intro. Nice. Should I watch Arcane if I don't know anything about League? Yeah. I would say so. It doesn't have like any League only things. Tiana doesn't play League or know anything about it, and she really liked it. There's really nothing in common with Arcane and League other than some of the characters from the game being in the show. Everything else is pretty original to Arcane. Ever done acid or anything? No, I never want to do any of that because those seem scary. You hear those horror stories about someone who trips acid one time and then they become a completely different person. I wouldn't want to risk it. I'd do acid one time and then I'd come out and be like Jake Paul or something. Can't even complete like a normal sentence. What if you come out as a genius? Yeah, I trip so hard it raises my IQ. That'd be pretty cool.